Today to introduce this class. We are live streaming today from Guide Dogs for the Blind, the California campus. Whether you're enjoying this celebration here in person with us or virtually via live stream, whether it's your first, second, or 30th graduation, welcome. We are so happy to be here with you today. We are here to celebrate a lot of things today, both a new breeder dog with their custodians, one new canine buddy team, and 3 new guide dog teams, as well as to applaud the generosity of everyone here that helped make it happen today. First, I want to thank our puppy raisers, our team, myself, Allie, and Claire. We are all puppy raisers ourselves, so we're a group of instructors that have all raised puppies for guide dogs, so we know the love, heart, soul, generosity, funds, everything that you've put into these puppies. We would not be the organization that we are today. We would not be able to do what we do today if it wasn't for the generosity of puppy raisers. Thank you so much for being here and for all that you do, all the love, heart, and soul that you put into every one of these puppies. We look forward to hearing from you today. I also want to thank our donors. Thank you for providing us a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We don't receive any government funding, as some of you may know, so we're very thankful for all of your support. Guide Dogs would also like to specifically acknowledge Lillian Tremoroli for her generous sponsorship of all of our harnesses through 2024. Thank you so much, Lillian. I also want to take this time to shout out our volunteers and employees. We have several of each of those in the room. All of our employees, from the residence hall staff, housekeeping, dining, the nurses, resident advisors, to our kennel staff. Some CATs are here today. Thank you so much for all of the work that you do to take care of these incredible dogs in the kennel. You guys know that we instructors could not do it without you guys. Thank you so much for all of your contributions to these dogs. We now want to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice describing scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These inclusive features ensure everyone can access and enjoy the video. Thanks all.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amita Hoja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
the struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
All right, I now just want to briefly introduce the instructional team that worked with this wonderful group of students. There was myself, Taylor, as well as Supervisor Heather Foster and Instructor Claire Lozito, who unfortunately they could not be here today, as well as Instructor Allie Hans. All right, and now we will be passing the microphone to Megan Fraser of the breeding department, who will introduce our breeder.
Hello, everybody. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the program. I am the breeding stock coordinator. Guide Dogs for the Blind breeds Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, and Lab Golden Crosses that are specially selected for excellent temperament, intelligence, and health for our guide dogs and canine buddies. Once a dog is added to the breeding program, it is placed into a carefully screened, loving custodial home within a 50-mile radius of the San Rafael campus. So today we have the lovely Luthien, a yellow Labrador Retriever, with her raisers, Marcy Chapman and Heather Duncan, and her breeder custodians, Paula Frankel and David Zeff.
Hi there. I have a habit of truncating names down to 2 syllables. So Luthien's name morphed into Lucy in my household. Miss Lucy was a very active and joyful pup with a little quirkiness mixed in. She would run around in zoomy mode and then just disappear under my bed for some alone time. She was an eager student, so sweet, and is very missed. But Heather and I are so pleased to have brought home Nessie from Lucy's first litter a few weeks ago. And so far, she's a dream of a puppy, and we're having just a lot of fun. So anyway, I wish Lucy success and happiness with her new family.
We are so thrilled to have Lucy. We had a breeder before that was she lived to be 17 years, and she was the main part of our family. And she had a pup that had the career change, so we got that pup, and so we had the mother and daughter for many, many years. They make our lives so rich and give us so much joy. She still has the what did you call it, the zoomies? She's got lots of zoomies, and we have another dog who can't keep up with her, actually. But she had her first litter, and they're darling puppies, and we hope to see them in the future. And it's just been very fulfilling and enriching for our lives.
Thank you guys so much. Allie. Turn it back over to Allie.
Hello, like Megan said, my name is Allie, and we are here now to present our new Canine Buddy team. GDB's Canine Buddy program matches specially selected dogs to become buddies to people who are blind or visually impaired, including children ages 5 and above and adults of all ages. Canine Buddy dogs are not service dogs, but are wonderful companions that bring joy and are a connection to the GDB community. The Canine Buddy program is one of our core client programs, and teams have access to the same level of service as our guide dog teams. And today we celebrate one new Canine Buddy team virtually. Ben Briam of Puyallup, Washington, received Lychee, a female yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Shen Shua and Bo, Aurelian and Iris Shen of Irvine, California, Lynna Morrison of Placentia, California, and Sally Stacy of Yorba Linda, California. And Ben sent a quick note. Lychee is a yellow lab who loves anybody she meets. This love for people has endeared her to our family. Lychee does a great job on all the basic puppy commands, and I've been able to teach her a few new ones. Lychee has been a great companion for me and good company when we are home alone. I would like to thank Shen, Shua, and family for doing a great job raising Lychee. I appreciate all of the good notes on Lychee's likes and dislikes and her love of traveling with the family. Thank you very much. I thank Guide Dogs for the Blind for their Canine Buddy program. This program does make a big difference for people with vision loss. And behind me on the screen is a photo of Ben and Lychee. Ben is kneeling next to Lychee in front of a GDB vehicle on a sunny day, smiling at the camera. And Shua and Shen family also sent in a note. Lychee is the first puppy we've raised. It is through raising her that we became part of the GDB community. It takes a village to raise a puppy. We would like to thank everyone, our Laguna Nigel club leaders, Jean and Dawn, club members, GDB staff, other volunteers, and people in our community who have helped us on this journey. Lychee is a very caring and sweet girl. Every night when she lived with us, she led everyone to their beds before retiring to her own crate. She enjoyed cuddling and sharing her toys with every member of our family. She is always ready to explore new places, from classrooms to caves, and to learn new things. Lychee is a great friend who has brought so much joy into many lives, including ours. We miss you dearly, Lychee. We wish Ben and Lychee the best in their partnership. And the photo on the screen behind me is a picture of the day that Lychee was recalled on her last walk around the North Lake in Irvine, California. The weather was nice and she was high-spirited all the way. Lychee sits on a leash on a pathway with the lake and the opposite shore behind her. She is wearing a gentle leader and looks toward the camera with her tongue licking her nose. Congratulations to Ben. I would now like to congratulate all our new guide dog teams. Our guide dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that is compatible with their lifestyle to enhance their mobility. We provide a variety of training modules that include both in-residence and in-home training. Today, we are celebrating 3 new guide dog teams. Our first new team is Beverly Kleiber of Parma Heights, Ohio. Beverly received Tommy, a male yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross, raised by Valerie Mole of Fairfield, California. Tommy is Beverly's 4th guide dog. Beverly is retired and is a huge University of Michigan football fan. Go Blue. She is a professional basket weaver and is also active in her community. Come on up, Beverly. And you can stand next to Beverly.
Go Blue. I want to thank Guide Dogs for the Blind for opening up my life, for freedom of travel, new adventures, hiking, walking, going to educate and also advocate for guide dogs. Tommy is an adorable, cuddly, loving dog. He loves his food rewards. He's spot on, and he just loves to put his harness on and work. For all of you, I'd like to say thank you, all the puppy raisers, Valerie, and did a great job. Tommy also likes to play with his toys and also carry his nylabone around with him with pride. Heaven forbid, do not touch the nylabone. Thank you, Valerie, for doing such a fantastic job with Tommy. He's delightful. It's going to be good adventures. And I want to say to Guide Dogs for the Blind, I feel like I am wrapped in a cloud of love.
Thank you. Excuse this, please. I get lost and cry if I don't have something to read. My husband, Rich, and I had the great pleasure of raising Tommy, and we're thrilled to celebrate the partnership of Beverly and Tommy. On December 6th of 2022, I got an email from my leader about a puppy that was available to raise, and they sent me this picture. And Beverly has a framed copy of the picture now. Tommy was completely irresistible and way too adorable. So 2 days later, we were here picking him up. From the very beginning, he was a trooper. He immediately settled into home life with our senior career change dog. Our adventures with Tommy included puppy club meetings, trips to the snow, lots of going to the movies, swimming, shopping, concerts, and even going to our grandson's college graduation. The word that seems to come to mind when we talk about Tommy is sweet. He is a sweetheart, absolutely. His trainers, our neighbors, the other raisers in our puppy club, even complete strangers in Costco would come up and say, "What a sweet puppy." He is the sweetheart that we know him to be and was one of the easiest puppies my husband and I had the pleasure of raising. He's our 17th puppy. And we're working on number 18. Thank you. Thank you, Guide Dogs, for allowing us to continue to raise your puppies and share these moments as these grown-up dogs move on to do what they're trained to do. I'm delighted to meet and know Beverly, and I know we'll have a lot of years ahead of us with Tommy and wonderful memories and adventures. And I also want to thank Mimi, Tommy's breeder keeper, for joining us today, and we'll introduce you later. It's really special to come full circle. Thank you.
I do have one short story to say. Out on the routes, when Tommy did what he was supposed to do, followed his commands, I would pet him, love him, praise him, give him his food rewards, and then Allie and I would go,
Happy dance, happy dance, happy dance, happy dance.
Congratulations to Beverly and Tommy. Our next graduate is Emily Stevenson of Anchorage, Alaska. Emily received Leah, a female yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Kaylee Nofi of West Valley, Utah. And Leah's breeder custodians were Gina Valentine. Leah is Emily's second guide dog. Emily is a massage therapist, and she's also active in her community.
Hi, everybody. As Ellie said, Leah is my second guide. My first guide was about 10 years working for me, so hopefully we got another 10 years in us. But yeah, we are going to be very active in the Alaskan community. Hopefully we don't run into any moose. It's my only terrified moment there. But I do have to say thank you to GDB for being an amazing organization, helping us through everything I went through with my previous guide and, of course, this guide now. And I definitely thank the puppy raisers for doing such an amazing job with Leah. She's a little stubborn, but that will be dealt with. Nah, probably not. But yes, thank you to everybody and anyone else, any other staff that has helped her come through her journey of being a breeder and then becoming a guide dog with me.
I had the privilege to be Leah's puppy raiser, and she was my 13th puppy. And she was so much fun to work with. I got her I think 3 days before Christmas, and I was like, this is my little Christmas present. And she always loved to work 24/7. She wanted to go everywhere with me, and so she knew what she wanted to do, and this is where she's at. And she also had the privilege of becoming a breeder, and she actually only had one puppy. And I have that privilege to raise that puppy. Her name is Zuma, and she's here right now. And it's just really special that I can raise her puppy and be here. So thank you so much.
Congratulations to Emily and Leah. Our last graduate today is Michael Lee of Novato, California, who received in-home training with Tutor, a male black Labrador Retriever, raised by Dean Anderson of Oakland, California, and Jen Reutman of Oakland, California. Michael wasn't able to be here in person today, but he would like to thank his puppy raisers for raising Tutor. Tutor is Michael's 7th guide dog. And I would like to have Tutor's raisers come on up if you'd like to say a few words.
Hi, I'm Dean Anderson with Jen, and we're in the Berkeley, California club. This is actually Whistler, and that's Wesley, who are Tutor's two of his puppies, because he actually sired 3 litters before he went into formal guide dog training. And his other child, I guess, puppy is Freitas over there also. So all 3 of his puppies are being raised here in the Berkeley, California club, which is really very cool. But I would say, I'm thinking about Tutor. I would say he was like a constant companion. He was always there. Just going to get emotional, sorry. But he went on a lot of adventures with me and excursions to musical theater, to the movies, to restaurants, and was always such a nice, calm, confident companion. So I'm super excited that he's Mike Lee's 7th guide dog. So I will pass it to Jen now and for things that you might want to say.
Thank you. Yeah, if I think of one word to describe Tutor, it would be enthusiastic. He was always excited and ready to go, and he was a great puppy and a wonderful constant companion. And it was great to co-raise with Dean, because Dean goes lots of places and I work from home, so it was a really good combination. Tutor got to go a lot of different places. We laughed that he was very religiously well-rounded. He went to Catholic services with Dean and to Jewish services with me. And he was a breeder for a short time. So it was really great to get to know the breeding department of Guide Dogs for the Blind. You might think he had been living with me for a year and a half, but in order to have him come back as a breeder and stay in my house that he'd been living in, we had to go through an application and an interview and pictures of my house. So Guide Dogs is very thorough. But it was really fascinating and wonderful to get to know the breeding department also, and see how great they are with the dogs, and then get to raise Tudor's puppies. So we have the W litter here and one of the F litter there. So
Thank you so much. And congratulations to Michael and Tudor. Let's give another round of applause for California Class 1004. Congratulations. I'm going to pass the microphone back off to Taylor, who's going to give us a brief demonstration about clicker training.
Hello, I'm back. All right, and I just set up a chair in the middle of the room because I have the pleasure of demonstrating the clicker training workshop with Marissa, one of our clients and also a resident advisor, and her guide dog, Jim, who I think is heading in shortly. All right, Marissa, are you ready? Yep. Perfect. So clicker training is something that we use here at Guide Dogs for the Blind, and as puppy raisers, you might be familiar with using the marker word nice to mark a behavior, and then you deliver kibble. In the same way, a clicker tells the dog food is coming, and clicking is often a lot more timely than our verbal. So we use the clicker to teach basically everything that a dog learns in guide work. And most of what a dog learns is to find something. We travel from point A to point B when walking down the block, and they find the curb. Then they cross the street, and they find the next curb. In the same way, we teach them to find doorways, we teach them to find stairs, any elevation change, and to find objects like chairs. So what Marissa and Jim are going to be demonstrating is teaching a dog to find a chair. And this is a very simple way to demonstrate how we teach basically everything that they'll learn as a guide dog. So the first thing we do is introduce a hand target. So Marissa's going to present her fist in front of Jim's nose, and when he touches it, she clicks. And he knows, oh, I touched her hand, then food is coming, so I want to do that again. So we'll do a couple hand targets typically to start to get him nice and warmed up and know that an activity is happening. And he's like, yes, I'm so good at this. In this way, we actually make most of guide work a really fun game. The dogs love playing these games of finding things, and that translates really nicely into all elements of guide work. So now Marissa's going to put her hand on the chair and transition to a chair target. So she's placing her hand and a fist on the chair, and when Jim noses it, she's clicking and then giving a food reward. In this way, he knows to approach the chair and touch it in order to get that reward. And now we also use a technique with clicker training that's called back chaining, which means we start at the destination and then we slowly add chains back. So you might notice that Marissa just took one step farther away from the chair. That's how she's going to continue to build on the behavior of taking one step, then another step, then another step back away from the chair, and adding those links of the chain together so that Jim can keep targeting the chair and understand the behavior. The most important element of this behavior, of back chaining, of clicker training, is setting the dog up for success by developing this behavior incrementally. So we're not going to start in the other room saying find the chair. We're building one link at a time. Now, Marissa and Jim have done this a lot, so they're going to start backing up a little faster than we would if it was a dog that's never done this before. And as you might notice, Marissa's not saying anything to Jim because she understands that he knows the behavior. So we're going to make sure that he knows what you're asking before you add any words to it. Then once she starts adding words, she'll pair it with a word he already knows. In this case, he knows the command forward. So once she starts asking him to find the chair, she'll say forward first and then add find the chair. Good boy. All right. And again, because Jim knows this behavior, Marissa's going to show off and see how far she can go with him still targeting the chair. So they're backing toward the door as if they were entering the room for the first time. And now she'll direct Jim. Yeah, there he goes. Good boy. And the last step is Marissa will sit in the chair to make this a really practical application of the behavior. So she's showing Jim, you didn't just find it because I wanted you to, but we're actually going to use it as well. And this is very reinforcing to him because he understands that he got to do something, not only just to get the kibble reward, but to make it useful. These dogs love having purpose. Thank you so much, Marissa and Jim. Give them a round of applause.
Congratulations to the class.
Yes. And with that, I'm going to be closing our graduation. Thank you again so much for everyone for attending. It was lovely to have all of you here with us. If you're interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or if you know anyone who would benefit from any of our services, please visit guidedogs.com, where there's lots of information about all of the elements of our programs. If you would like to make a donation to support our mission, you can text the word donate to partnerships, which is 50155. For our viewers at home, we hope to see you either virtually again or here on campus soon. Please join us for refreshments next door. We also have our gift shop, which is at the top of campus, open today. So if anyone's interested in checking out the gift shop for clothes, apparel, dog toys, anything like that, that is also open to you. Thank you again so much for being here, and Allie and I are here if you have any additional questions. Thank you again.